Okay, I just shot the snatch technique workout. Figured I would do them back to back today. So this is week 2 of the PVC dumbbell and barbell Oh My Olympic Technique series. If you hadn't already heard, and this is in the future now, but we've been training in the gym this week. But if you're still training at home, we're going to keep you going with some resources here to make sure that you're able to maintain some good Olympic lifting technique and some other at-home strength options. So for today, we're working on the clean. And like we've talked about before, a big part of these at-home, like PVC or very low-weight series, is there's something to be gained by having very little weight as opposed to using the weight of the bar to maybe skirt past some issues. So this is, like I said, embracing the opportunity that you have to train at home, even though you may not have access to the same tools as before. There's a way to grow here that maybe you wouldn't have done otherwise. So in this case, it's trying to get some ownership over positions without the help of external load. So start with a good 10-minute warm-up, and once you're there, we're going to jump into these 4 parts. The first one is a 5-4-3-2-1 rep scheme, and the first part here is a broad jump. This wants to be like solid 90% plus broad jumps, one at a time, and what I mean by that is we're not going to jump for a set of 5. We're going to jump, good landing, reset, and do it 5 total times, and only count the ones that you think are good quality, so both from like a distance standpoint and how you're landing. You can start kind of conservative on the first few reps, but we should be looking for some big jumps. And what I've said before and what I like to do, make sure we start with some good extension through the body. So we got overhead reach, belly's nice and tight. We're going to swing back with the arms so they're pretty close to like horizontal, so like parallel to the floor. And then we're going to use that forward swing with your arms to help generate some forward momentum on your jumps. So stick the landing. Almost jumped off the screen. Stick the landing, turn around, do it again. So get everything tight. And land. Like I said, spotting a landing, trying to make sure that it's of high quality so you're landing both soft, you're not stepping out of it, and it's not loud. After you get those jumps, we're going to move on to the PVC work. We got 5 movements here. Most of it, like I said, is about building some position and some mobility. So the first one is a PVC muscle clean. So let's start with a good hook grip. Thumbs go down, wrap the fingers around it. Feet are underneath the hips. We'll get set at mid-shin. We're going to come up to the knees, scoop under the bar, stand and shrug. Elbows are going to come high and wide, and then we're going to let the bar rotate into a front rack position. This is the hardest part without weight for sure. But we're going to try and get ownership of a good front rack position before coming back down. So the muscle clean just stands for like muscling your way through a movement. We're not utilizing any speed or dropping underneath the bar to make this happen. So again, from the shins, I'm going to come up to the knees, scoop, shrug, elbows come up, and around into a good front rack position. You can hear my voice gets changed a little bit. The bar is kind of pushed in my throat. It's common. But try your best to get those elbows nice and high. Then we're going to go for a full power clean. So same start, similar end, but this time adding a little pop to it. So I'm at my shins. Reset. Okay, third move is a front squat, so we'll keep the same foot position you just had on the landings from the power clean. Each rep here, I want you to take a big breath and hold it. And stand tall. This is a huge growth opportunity for most people with respect to having no weight here. You have to really fight for the position in order to keep good posture. If you're someone who struggles with maybe the bottom position and kind of losing some of that, great place to have video feedback and just squat to as close as you can get. So let's say if you squat all the way down, it starts to look like this when we fall over. I want you to reset and squat right about when it's going to start to happen. Fight for it, and then come back up. You'll be amazed how quickly you start to gain ownership of that position if you really fight for it under no-load scenarios. Next one, Sott's press, same idea. Get to whatever your good, strong, stable bottom position is and maybe push the envelope just a little bit, and we're going to do a strict press from that position. So if I have a good rack here. I'm going to squat all the way down and press. Taking a big breath at the bottom and beginning of each rep is hugely helpful. Let's say maybe you're not comfortable being at the full bottom position. We're just going to get to here. But really work for that full lockout up overhead, that full upright posture. That'll be something that develops over time. Get my screen back here. Okay, so last piece in that complex is a high hang squat clean. So we're just going to start darn near the top, if not the very top of a clean, and I just want you to drop quickly into the bottom of a full depth squat. So from here, just working on some speed and trying to land in maybe this new mobile position that we've been working on. So we're at the top. If you want to add a little bit of a shrug, you can, but instead of letting the bar come up, you want to pull yourself underneath that bar. How fast can you drop underneath it? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the broad jumps in the PVC complex all the way through. Then, the classic part of this series is 35 reps of the squat clean for quality. Break it up into small chunks, but this will be a full squat clean. So from the shins, come up to the knees, scoop, pop, and stand tall. Good thing to have video feedback on to show, making sure that you're maintaining good quality, not jumping forward. Make sure you're getting full extension, all the little pieces here. I know it's something I'm struggling with during these just 2 reps of video demo, but since it's so light, I'm probably pulling the bar or the PVC a bit higher than I need to. Just getting in the habit of getting to extension and then doing your best to drop underneath it so the bar doesn't really raise. You just drop your center of mass underneath it. Third part, dumbbell action. This will be fun. So we're going to start working on a little bit of the overhead to maybe train some jerks down the road. But we're just going to go back and forth, arms here. We got 4 movements. I'm going to have you set up from the side on all of these cleans, so you're really having to pack your shoulder. Imagine like holding like a newspaper underneath your armpit. But we're going to get set right about at the knees. We're going to pop it up and drop to a full squat catch. Stand tall. Without moving your feet, you're going to get another front squat. Then we can bring the feet in. We're going to push press. And then we're going to push jerk, which is like a jumping push press where you land in a little bit of a squat with your feet wide. And stand. Then we'll do the other arm. So it gets set right above the knees. Front squat. Reset my feet. Just about quality here, snappy repetitions, quick drop, good posture. This is one of the areas where the dumbbell can really shine, is forcing you to work through some of the imbalances from right arm to left arm. You'll find that down the road, when you come back to the barbell, you have this like newfound strength or stability maybe that wasn't there before. So you're going to go through 10 total, so basically 5 on each side, and you're going to alternate that with the weighted prayer stretch. I'll get a bench real quick. What the heck, I'll do it with this. There are no rules that this has to be on a bench or even at a low level. If you have like a desk or the side of a couch or a table, that's fine. But what we're going to do is you're going to set up your elbows on here. Let's see if this is too high, but I don't think it will be. Elbows are going to go on here. I'm going to hold on to the dumbbell on the ends. I'm going to drop my head through as far, or my chest through rather, as far as I can, and then I want to tuck my butt underneath so that I'm flattening out my low back, and then I'm going to lower the weight so it's hovering maybe an inch or 2 above my shoulders. I'm going to keep everything nice and tight here, and either have
partner, let me know when 60 seconds is up, or look down at my phone. But trying to maintain good tension here for the full 60 seconds. This is something that really stretches your lats and your triceps and where they kind of insert there in your armpit. Great for developing overhead mobility and improving your front rack position.
So don't skip it, don't short it. So back and forth, dumbbell complex and the prayer stretch. You'll get a total of 3 rounds. Last off, if you have access to a barbell, it's the time to do the barbell complex. Every 90 seconds times 10 rounds, 2-position power clean, plus a front squat after each rep, very much like we did in the power snatch work on Tuesday. We're trying to work on footwork, some speed here, just to help get us ready for like squat clean variations coming up. So this will come from the shins or from the ground if you're actually using weight. I'm going to get set up with my feet underneath my hips. I'm going to come up to the knees, scoop. Power clean, and the idea is to stick this landing, hopefully in a nice, good upright rack position. I don't want to move my feet unless I absolutely have to. And then we're going to front squat and stand tall. Feet will come back underneath my hips. This next one's from a hang. This is the second of the 2 positions. So right above the knees. Power clean again. Stick the landing. Don't move the feet if you don't need to. Squat and stand. The whole notion about not moving the feet is we want to train our bodies to catch exactly where we prefer to do a front squat, so that when it comes time to doing a squat clean variation, it's already kind of woven into the movement. If you are someone, though, that finds that you're catching it kind of wide, which is pretty common in the beginning, don't worry, just bring the feet in and squat. Helps sometimes to find exactly where you like to squat and maybe draw with some chalk on the floor so that when you set up, you can try and land kind of in that foot mark. Maybe you see it in your periphery, or you can check it when you land before you actually go for the squat. Just another way to reinforce the positions that we're looking for. So again, you'll do that every 90 seconds for 10 rounds. You have power clean front squat, reset, hang power clean, and then front squat again. 10 times through it. Enjoy it. Hope to see you guys in here soon.